So this week you got exams, then you go on Christmas break.
What happened?
This week you got midterm exams, and then you go on Christmas break.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay. So let me email these to myself. Okay.
You got all your exams tomorrow?
No, I have chemistry and that's it for tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, that's when I have math.
Okay.
So we start here.
All right. 18. Yeah, 18. We're 17 where we left off last night.
Yeah.
Okay, so for 18, let's see here. Okay, so for 18, what does it say? If C is parallel to D, find the value of X. Okay, so C is okay for this one, it's this one they're equal to each other. This one's F pattern. So here's your F, right? Here's your F. And then F pattern states that this angle is equal to this angle. So basically this, wait a second. Let me make sure that's right.
I never knew there was an F pattern. I never heard of that.
F pattern, yeah, there's an F pattern. Let me see. So here's your F. F pattern states that the one above, or actually, it states that like these two are equal. The one below the line is equal to this one below the line.
Okay.
But actually, I might be stating that wrong. I think when you add these two, it's either going to be 180 or they're equal to each other. Let me just Google that right quick.
Okay.
You're either going to equate them to each other and solve for X, or you're going to add the two together and equals 180. Let me just Google that to make sure.
Okay.
Just to make sure before I tell you something wrong.
So for this one, would you do 8x plus 7x, like those two equations equals 180?
That's what I'm checking. That's what I'm checking right now.
Okay.
Let me see here. Google F pattern, geometry. This first page, you have horizontal direction, mostly along the upper part of the, okay, then move down, okay. F pattern, geometry. I think, let me see this one. Yeah, okay, yeah. So when you add the two of them together, it has to equal 180. Okay, so let's go back. So what is it?
8x plus 30 plus 7x plus minus 15 equals 180.
180, yep. So let's see what we get when we do that.
Okay.
We get 8x plus 30 plus 7x minus 15 is 180. So when you simplify the left side, what do you get? 8x plus 7x is 15x. 30 minus 15 is just 15, right? 30 minus 15 is 15. So 15x minus 15 equals 180. Therefore, 15x equals what, 195? Therefore, x is what? 195 divided by 15 is.
I got positive. I got positive 15. So I wait. What is that?
180 plus 15, you mean?
Yeah, I added both of them. I got plus 15. I didn't get minus.
Yeah, so when you add 180 and 15 on the right side, it's 195.
Okay.
8x plus 30 plus 7x minus 15. 15x. Oh, sorry. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. My bad. 15x plus 15. Yep, you're right. So
Yeah.
this will be not 180, but it'll be 165, right?
Yeah.
On the right side. So then therefore x is 165 divided by 15, which is 11. Yeah, 11. So if x equals 11, oh, that's all it is. X equals 11. Find the value of x, x equals 11.
Okay.
So those two, those two angles added together is 180. That's the key thing on that question.
Okay.
All right, so that's 18.
And for this one, it would be 94 plus 62 minus 180.
Find the value of x. Yes. Yep. So x would be 180 minus 94
X
minus
would be
62, which is 24.
Yeah.
This one is 180 minus 94 minus 62 is 24.
And the next one is the same thing, correct?
So make sure on 19, just make sure you have 24 degrees, the degree sign.
Oh yeah.
Remember, 24 and 24 degrees are two different things.
Yeah, because the 24 is the side
A
angle.
length, exactly, a length, yep.
Okay.
Okay, for 20, find the values of x, y, z. Okay, so for x will be the easiest to start off.
I got 76 for X.
We just
So-
subtracted them from 180, right?
Yeah.
180 minus 47 minus 57, 76. Yeah, so x is 76 degrees. Then what would the next one, easiest one to be to find?
Would it be Y?
Yep. 180 minus 76 is what, 104? No, 17. No, yeah, 104.
So that would be the angle. That would be Y 104.
Yep. And then z would be 180 minus 15 minus 104.
91.
61, was it? Did I mess it up? So if y is 104, 180 minus 104
Oh,
minus
61.
yeah, 61
Okay.
degrees. Don't forget the degrees, right? Degrees.
Right.
Yep. That's 20. That's 18, 19, 20. 21. Identify which lines are parallel. If none, write none. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how do we do this one?
I'm not sure about this one.
Okay, let me pull up the whiteboard and we'll do it on the whiteboard. Where's the whiteboard? X out of there. Whiteboard, opening whiteboard. We'll start the screen share. Do you want? Okay, just read them to me. Hold on 1 second.
Oh. So 2y equals 5x minus 5.
2y equals 5x minus 5.
Yeah.
That's 1. What's 2?
2y equals 4 plus 5x.
4 plus 5x.
Right.
Yep.
And then 2y minus 5x equals -1.
2y minus 5x
Yeah.
equals -1.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you know about parallel lines?
They never intersect.
Okay, yeah, that's true. What in terms of slope?
I'm not sure.
In terms of slope, that means they're the same slope. They have the same slope.
Okay.
Okay, so on number 1 here, we're going to find the slope. Number 2, we're going to find the slope. Number 3, we're going to find the slope.
Okay.
So if they have the same slopes, those two are parallel. You'll get what I'm saying when you see it in a minute. Okay, so for number 1, what's the slope? M equals what?
How do you find the slope again?
You have to put it in the y equals mx plus b form.
Hmm.
All right, so let me show you. In other words, just solve for y.
Okay.
So for number 1, just solve for y. So just divide everything by, so this is number one down here, right? Number one, number two, number three. So for number one, just solve that for y. If we divide both sides by 2, we'll have y equals 5/2x minus 5/2, right?
Y equals 5/2x
Yeah, we're just dividing everything by 2.
by 5, and then oh wait, let me scroll down. I forgot. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so what's the slope on that?
Would this would the slope just be 5/2?
Yes. So the first one, the slope is 5/2.
So that's parallel. The first one, parallel.
Well, that is the first one. All we did was solve for y on the first one.
Okay.
Now, number 2. Let's do the same thing for number 2. Number 2, we're going to solve for y. So
Okay.
we're going to divide. We're going to do the same thing. Divide every term by
Well,
2. So y equals 2 plus 5/2x, right?
Yeah.
So that slope is also 5/2
Okay.
on the second one. Okay. So far the first one is and the second one are parallel.
Okay.
Okay. Now number 3, we're going to do the same thing again. Solve for y, but we have to put it in the right form. It's not in the right form. So let's do a couple steps here. 2y equals 5x minus 1.
Yeah.
Now we're going to divide both sides by 2. So it's the same thing, 5/2x minus half. So all 3 of them have the same slope. So they're all parallel to each other.
Okay. So they're all parallel?
Let me just double check that. Divide by 2.
Because it says for number 1, it has 2 of the parallel lines, and one of them, and the other ones just have 5/2 and then half and then 5/2.
Share your screen again. Let me see.
Share. Where is it?
Two y equals 5x minus 5. 2y equals 4x plus 5. 4 plus 5x. 2y minus 5x equals negative. Identify which lines are parallel, if not right now. Okay, go. Let me go back to the whiteboard.
They're all parallel because they all have 5/2, right?
Because the slopes are 5/2 in all of them. Yep. Let me just double check that. Divide by 2, 5/2x minus 5/2. That one, yeah, that one's good. Second one, y equals 2 plus 5/2x. That one's good. Third one is take the 5x to the other side. Yep, minus 1. Then divide by 2. Yeah, they're all parallel to each other.
They are?
Yep, because they all have the same slopes.
Okay.
Remember, when 2 lines have the same slopes, it's like this, right? Look. 2 lines have the same slopes, right? They never touch. So
No.
they're parallel. They never touch. That means they have the same slope.
Okay.
So look right here. In all three have the 5/2 slope. So that means they're all parallel to each other.
Right.
So 1 is parallel to 2 is parallel to 3. Something like
Okay.
that. Let me close out of that. All right, go, sure. What's the next one?
If P coordinates and then are QP parallel. So it's asking if these coordinates are parallel or perpendicular or neither.
Okay, so now parallel lines have the same slope, right? What do perpendicular lines have in terms of slope?
They intersect.
They intersect, that's true. But what if this one's the slope of 3, what's the slope of this one? Or if this one's the slope of 5, what's the slope of this one?
Would it be 5 as well?
If they're the same slope, if they had the same slope, they would be parallel, but they're perpendicular. So if one is slope of 2, the other would be the negative reciprocal of that slope. So if this one's 2, what's the negative reciprocal of 2?
-2.
Negative half.
-half. Okay.
Take that number, take that slope number, say it was 5, put 1 over that, and then put a negative sign.
Okay.
So share the screen, let me see. So just remember, parallel lines have same slope, perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. If P is that and Q is that and R is that and S is that, are PQ and RS parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Okay. All right, I'm going to whiteboard. Just tell me the 4 points. I'll write them down.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is find the slopes of the two lines, and then look at it. Okay, so what's the first point? P, was it?
2 comma -5.
2, -5, and what was it? Q?
That was P. And then Q is 0 comma 4.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, that's PQ, and what's the other two?
And wait, R is -4 comma 3.
-4, 3, and what's S?
And S is 0 comma -1.
So I got them all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it asks if PQ is perpendicular, parallel, or neither to RS, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the idea. If the slopes are equal, it's parallel. If the slopes are, let's just find it. Let's just find it. Okay, so tell me what the slope is on PQ. Tell me what the slope is on RS.
So for PQ,
M,
you
P,
define it. Huh?
So see what I'm writing? Slope of PQ over here, and then M, R, S. Tell me what the slope. Tell me what to write on both of them.
How do you find the slope of the coordinate again?
Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. That's slope. M equals that. You right here? This right here.
Okay.
So just plug it into that formula. Basically, subtract the two y's, divide by the difference of the two x's. So let me show you.
Oh, so okay, so you plug in.
So 4
both of these.
minus 5 on top, right? There's your 4 minus 5 on top. And
Yeah.
then the x is 0 minus 2 on the bottom.
So the X would be 2.
Say it again.
The X would be 2.
Negative 2, negative 2.
Oh,
0 minus 2.
oh,
Right?
it's. Oh yeah, okay. And
So
the
4 minus 5 is 9. So this is 9 over negative 2, right?
but it's negative, so wouldn't it just be 1?
What's negative?
Why did the wait, never mind.
Well,
Never mind.
this is your y2, right? This is your y2. This is your x2.
Okay.
This is your x1, and this is your y1.
Okay.
This
Okay.
one minus this one over this one minus this one.
Okay.
And then same thing over here. What's slope of RS?
RS
Tell me what to
would be
write.
-4 subtracted by 0. So what
That's the x's. That would go on the bottom.
okay.
So let's start with this one. This one minus this one over this one minus this one.
So okay, so that would the y would just be 4, right?
-1 minus 3 would be -4.
-4.
Remember, you start with y2 first.
Okay.
So this is -1 minus 3 on the top, and then 0 minus 4 on the bottom. Now just simplify
And
that.
the bottom would just be -4, right? Or 4.
The top would be -4, the bottom would be +4.
Okay.
That would be -1. So look at these two slopes. You got -1 here, and you got -9 over 2 here. Are they parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Are they the same? Are they negative circles over each other, or they're neither?
Neither.
Neither. Yep.
Okay.
This is 2 right here. This is 1 right here. Oh no, forget the numbers.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Show my screen. Write the equation of the line perpendicular to 3x minus 5y equals 20 through 12, comma 10 in slope intercept form.
Okay. See this one right here, -3x minus 5y equals 20.
Yeah.
What's the okay? So we can find the slope on that, right?
Yeah.
Now, once we find the slope on that, what's the slope of the line perpendicular to that going to be?
The reciprocal.
The negative reciprocal of the slope of the first one.
Yeah.
All right, let's find it. And it goes through that, okay. Negative 3x minus 5 equals 20, okay. All right, so for that one, it's like this. You said negative 3x plus 5y, was it?
Negative 3x plus 5, yeah.
Equals 5y equals 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, to find the slope, we have to solve for y here, right? So next line would be 5y equals 3x plus 20. Now we just divide everything by 5 here. So y would equal 3 over 5x plus 4. Okay. So what's the slope on this one?
3 over 5.
There you go. So m equals 3 over 5 here. Okay, so now we know the slope of that. What's the slope of the line perpendicular to that going to be? What's the negative reciprocal of this number? What's the negative reciprocal of this number?
The negative reciprocal of 3 over 5?
Yeah, flip it and then add a negative sign.
Oh, so it'd be 5 over 3 negative?
Negative 5 over 3. There you go. There's the slope of the line perpendicular.
Okay.
Okay, so now we put it in this form. Y equals mx plus b, right? That's the general form, right?
Yeah.
Now we already know m. We're going to substitute the m in there. And what point does it go through? It says it goes through a certain point, 12 something.
12 comma 10.
12 comma 10. So that's our x and y.
Okay.
X is the 12 and y is the 10. So we're going to substitute all three things in. We're going to substitute the x in, the y in, and the m in, and solve for b.
Okay.
Okay, so y here, we're going to put 10. That's what y equals.
Okay.
Negative reciprocal is negative 5 over 3, negative 5 over 3x. And, oh no, we're going to put the 12 in there for the x. For the x was 12, so we're going to multiply that by 12. And then add a b. What we're trying to do is solve for b here.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to simplify this part right here. So 10.
Oh, so you're just plugging in everything that you.
Yep, exactly. And solving for b. Yep. Okay, so what is that? Negative 5 times 12 is negative 60 divided by 3 is negative 20. Negative 20 plus b. So therefore b equals negative 20 plus 10, which is what? No, sorry, 20 plus 10, which is 30. So b is 30.
Oh, why would it become positive?
This is why. Okay, are you with me on this line right here?
Yeah.
With me on that line, right?
Yeah.
So all you're doing is taking this 20. All you're doing is adding 20 to both sides.
Okay.
That's the same thing as moving negative 20 to the left side, and then the sign will switch from negative to positive. So 10 plus 20, 30.
Oh,
You guys, the school teaches you guys to add or subtract on both sides.
yeah.
That's the same thing as when you have an equal sign, and when you move terms to the opposite side of the equal sign, the sign will change. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. Okay, so b is 20 right there. And then what was the last part? It says write it in some kind of form.
In slope intercept form.
Okay, so then now you have the slope and now you have the b. So you go back to this right here. Go back to here and plug everything into here. So y equals negative 5 over 3 x plus 30. There you go. This is the final answer right here. Slope intercept form, right?
Okay.
That's what it said, right? Slope intercept form.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's there's the answer right there. Negative 5 over 3x plus 30.
All right. Okay, so 24.
I got my Brazil shirt on. I forgot. I didn't realize I got my Brazil shirt on today. Yo, Argentina, you saw the game. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah, France.
France against France.
I feel like that was the best game I ever watched in my life.
Man, I grew up in the 90s, so I would remember Argentina. They went to a couple finals in the 90s. I think in the late 80s, they won one. Then I
And
think.
they went in the finals in 2014 and lost to Germany.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, which one are we on? 24. Write the equation of the line parallel to that through that. Okay, this is just like 23. The only difference is instead of the slopes being negative reciprocals of each other, the slopes are going to be the same because they're parallel. All right, so same.
Oh, how can you tell they're parallel? Oh, it says it. Oh,
Yeah, it tells you right equation.
so there you don't need the negative. You don't need the negative reciprocal.
No, those are only perpendicular lines.
Okay.
Now, when you're talking parallel lines, you're talking the same slope. 4x plus 6y equals 42. Okay, let me share my screen. 4x plus 6y equals 42. So it's just going to be the same as 3, except see how we had the first m as 3 over 5, then the second m was the negative reciprocal of each other.
Yeah.
In this one, it's going to be the same slope.
Okay. So 4x plus 6y.
Okay, so 4x plus 6y equals 42.
Yeah.
Now solve this for y. It's going to be, what's it going to be? It's going to be 6y equals negative 4x plus 42. Divide everything by 6. So y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 7. Okay, what's your slope on that?
Oh, wait, how'd you get a negative?
See, when you subtract 4x on both sides, on the right side, it'll be negative 4x.
Okay.
Okay, so for the slope is negative 2 over 3 on that one, right?
Yeah.
So on the other line, the same slope, negative 2 over 3. So now plug it into the general formula. Y equals mx plus b. And what was the point it goes through?
It goes through 9, 2.
9, 2. This is your x and this is your y. So just substitute everything into this equation now. The y, the m, and the b. So the y is 2, m is negative 2 over 3 times x, which is 9, and we're solving for b. Okay, so
Trying to like shift my screen so I can see the left side.
or yeah, or just zoom out. Maybe zoom out or just scroll.
Yeah, I can't zoom out anymore for some reason.
Okay, so let me see here. Can you see everything I'm writing or no?
Just the first few stuff you started writing.
All right, let me see. All right, so let me start a new screen maybe. New whiteboard. All right, let me start over again. All right, 4x, can you see what I'm writing? 4x? You can see everything?
This is a white screen.
Zoom out. No?
No, I don't see anything.
Nothing? And you're at 25%?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, try now. What do you see now? See anything?
I don't see anything, just a white screen again.
Okay, what was it? 4x plus 6y?
Yeah.
Can you see me writing?
No.
No?
What? Could it be me?
I'm at 20. I'm zoomed all the way out on my end.
I'm zoomed out as well. Want me to leave the meeting and join back?
Let me close this whiteboard. Pull up, share your screen. I'll just do it on the homework page.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right here. Annotate. Okay, we're gonna solve this right here for y. I'm gonna do it up here. So
Okay.
4x plus 6y equals 42. Okay, we want to solve this for y. So we're gonna get 6y equals negative 4x.
Yeah, and the slope is negative 2 over 3.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So let me see here. Divide, if we divide everything by 6, that's how you get the -2/3 here, plus 7. Okay, so now we know the slope, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the standard form, we're just going to plug everything in, mx plus b. So it goes through 9, 9 -2, 9 -2. So we're going to substitute in the x, the y, and the m. So for this one, we know that m equals -2/3, right?
Yeah.
The first one. So substitute all three. So y equals -2, y or m equals -2/3, x equals 9, and b is just b. We're solving for b. Okay, so let's simplify this. -2 equals -2/3 times 9 is -6 plus b. So therefore b equals 4. So there's your b equals 4. You got the b, you got the m.
Okay, so 2/3 times 9 is -6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the same thing as -18 divided by 3, which is -6.
All
So
right.
now, so okay, so this is the first part right here. That's number 1. This is number 2. And then the third part is this right here. 3, just substitute everything in.
Okay.
You substitute the b in. Okay, so this is number 3 right here. Y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b. So we know y, oh, sorry, we don't know y. Y is just y. We know the slope, which is -2/3, x plus 4. There's your equation of the line right here. This is the final answer right here.
Okay.
-2/3, x plus 4. So 3 steps.
Yeah, and then you just combine.
The third step, you just substituted the m and the b.
Okay. All right.
All right, that's
-2,
24.
3x plus 4. All right.
Just take a picture of that or something, or write it down. You wrote it down?
So next page. These are pretty simple, I'm pretty sure.
All right, let me see. Given triangle ABC with A, B, C, find A prime, B prime, C prime after. What in the hell does that mean? R times T after.
Oh, that means A prime, B prime, C prime.
What does that mean though? What does that say though? After what? R y equals X times T.
Yeah, RY equals X.
I never seen that
times-
before. After, what does that mean? Translation?
Yeah, translation and reflection.
Oh, okay, I got you. Reflection of y equals X.
Translate.
Oh, okay. So we're doing 2 things, right? We're doing 2 things.
Okay.
What's the first thing we're doing? What's the first thing we're doing? What's the second thing we're doing?
We're gonna reflect the Y off the X first.
Okay, so y becomes X on the first thing, right?
Yeah.
Then the second thing, we're gonna go 3 to the right. Once we've complete number 1, we're gonna go 3 right and 5 down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. 3 right, 5 down. Okay, so look on A. A is -5, 3. So what is A? What's the new A? Remember, y equals X on the first one. Y equals X. So this is X, this is Y. Y equals X. So the new one would be -5 and -5. Because Y equals X. That's A. What's B?
Is B Y equals X as well?
Yes, all 3. Yeah, all 3 of them. Yep,
Oh, so it'd be 1, 1.
exactly. So B prime is 1 comma 1. C prime is what?
-2, comma -2.
-2, not comma negative. Okay, so that's the first step completed, right? Now
Yeah.
we're going to take all three of those points, go 3 up, or sorry, 3 to the right and 5 down.
Okay.
What's A prime prime?
A prime prime.
If you
Would
start
it
at
be?
-5,
It would be -5. -5, -2.
-5, 3, right? If we go -5, okay, so there's your XY, right? -5, -5 is down here somewhere, right?
To the left. Yeah.
-5 is down here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So if we go 3 to the right, that'll be -2. So this is -5 here. And this is -5 here. So if we go 3 to the right, that'll be -2. If we go 3 to the right, that'll be -2. And then 5 down, that'll be -10. So that's -2, -10. Get it?
Okay. -2, -10.
Let me just confirm that. -5, 5 is there. So we're starting at -5, 5. Then we're going 3 to the right, which would be -2, -5. Then we're going 5 down. So -2, -10. Yep. So that's A prime prime. What's B prime prime? 1, 1. We start at 1, 1, which is right here.
It would be 4.
4 would be right there. 4. And then we go 5 down.
Yeah.
4, -4.
Yeah.
There's, okay, so 4, -4 is B prime prime.
And then the next one, 3, right? So the next one would be
3 to the right would be 1.
yeah, it would be 1, and then 5 down would be -7.
-2, we go 3 right, that'll be 1, and then yeah, so 1 -7 you said, right?
Yeah.
1 -7, that seems right. If you start at -2, -2, which is right here, -2, -2, then you go 3 to the right, which would be 1 -2. Then you go, yeah, that seems, yep. So B prime, so -2, -10, 4, -4, 1 -7.
Yeah. Okay, so
How do you guys do it in class? You guys do it like that in class?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So the next one,
Wait, 26, write the translation rule T something if A is that and A prime is that.
oh,
Okay.
this one's simple. Just find the difference between 5 and 7. That would be, it would just be 2.
2, and then what's -13 minus -10?
It would be -3, right?
Hold on, let me write it. Okay, so we're taking the difference, right? We're taking 7 minus 5, that would be the x. And then the y would be -13 minus -10. So this is 2, and what is this? This is -3. So 2, -3.
Yeah.
T 2, -3. That's 26, 27. How many lines of symmetry does a regular hexagon have?
6.
How many lines of symmetry does a regular hexagon have? Okay, hexagon, how many sides?
6.
Okay, so let's draw it. Top, bottom, left, right. No, that's 8, right? That would be 8. How many is that? Is that 6 or 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 8. That's a hexagon. All right, what does a hexagon look like?
1, 2,
Lines, right?
3, 4.
So 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. No, it's not that.
Oh, can I draw?
Yeah, yeah, draw it.
Oh, how do I draw it? Okay. So it's like, oh wait,
Or press the annotate button.
yeah,
Or under view options, you have see view options.
there. I feel like I'm now.
Yes, there you go. Okay, so how many lines of symmetry? You got 1, you got 2, you got the diagonals,
Yeah,
3, 4.
or
Kind of drew it. It also, it should go through the center. I didn't draw it properly.
no, that's good.
That's how many so far? 4.
Yeah,
It has to go through every vertex. That
one,
goes there. That.
three,
That.
four.
How many is that? 4.
Yeah,
I think that's it. The horizontal, the vertical, and the 2 diagonals.
yeah.
All right. 28. Find A prime, B prime after
20.
rotation. 2270
Yeah.
origin given. A is that, B is that. Okay. So we're doing. Okay, so we're rotating the X 270 degrees, and we're rotating the Y about the origin. Okay, for this one, 5, -2, and -3, -4. All right, so let's draw a little diagram. Okay, so where is 5, -2? So 5, -2 is somewhere here, right? 5, -2 is right here somewhere. And -3, -4, -3, -4 is somewhere here, right? Okay, so for the first one, this is A, this is A, this is B. Okay, so that's A, 5, -2. Where's A prime going to be? If we rotate this one, if we rotate the 5, 270 degrees.
Clockwise, correct?
Clockwise would be.
If I appreciate if it doesn't specify that it is clockwise.
I was thinking it would be counterclockwise. Let's see here. Wouldn't it be this way? That's counterclockwise. How do you guys do it in class? Clockwise?
Yeah, if it doesn't specify, it's just like this.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if it were going this way, then it'll end up in this quadrant, right? The top left quadrant.
So here, would this be negative plus?
Yes.
And this would be plus plus,
Exactly.
and then vice versa.
Yeah. This is negative negative, and this one is positive negative.
Okay.
So if we're rotating counter, which way? That would be counterclockwise. Going this way would be counterclockwise, right?
Yeah.
So if it's in quadrant,
And you wouldn't flip the signs because it already flipped here and it's flipping back again on this one, right?
say that again.
Because when you move quadrants, you flip 5 and 2, but since you're moving it twice, it flips back to 5 and 2, correct?
It's going to end up in the top left quadrant, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so then the sign's got to be negative positive.
yeah, but I'm talking about the number place. If it was 90 degrees, you would switch both of them, right?
If it was 90 degrees, you'd switch both of them. If it was 90 degrees, it'd end up in the lower left quadrant, right?
Yeah, it would be -2, -5.
-5, -5, -2.
Yeah, because I remember he was talking about like you have to switch the two numbers if it is 90 degrees or 180.
Okay, so the 5, -2 would be, it starts in the lower right quadrant, then it's ending up in the upper left quadrant.
Yeah,
So it's gotta be negative positive. So,
yeah.
so -5 and 2 would be the new number. Or actually, let me see here. My bad. Which one is this? This one is 28. Okay, so we're rotating we're rotating the X 270. Okay, so let me back up here. The X would be -5,
Yeah.
and then we're rotating the Y about the origin. What does that mean?
Huh?
See, we did this part already, the 270.
Yeah.
Now this part, we're rotating the Y about the origin. What does that mean?
Just to change the sign.
Change the signs. Yeah, from
So
-2 to
it would be
positive.
-5, 2, and then the next one would just be +3 and 4.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So yeah, this is A prime right here, right?
Yeah, and then B prime would be 3 and 4.
B prime, we're gonna take so -3, -4 is down here. So it's going from the lower left quadrant to the 90, 80, 270. So for B, it's starting in the lower left quadrant, and where is it ending up in?
The lower right quadrant, right?
Yes, yes.
So 3, -4.
So it'll be positive, negative.
Yeah,
3, you said 3, -4, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's B prime. Yep, there you go. Yep. So for those questions like that, just draw a little diagram and then kind of just work it out in your head. That
Okay.
helped. All right, so that was 28. All right, 29. Given that triangle is congruent to that triangle, find measure of E if measure of A is 72 and measure of F is 80. Okay, so draw a diagram. Draw a diagram on this one.
Well,
What does the diagram look like? Okay, so erase that green on the bottom, the green hexagon. Let me see. Okay, so ABC, there's ABC, A, B, C, and then you got the other one, bigger one, D, E, F. Okay, so they're congruent, right? Find a measure of E. So we're trying to find this one right here. We're trying to find this right here. My drawing's kind of whack, but are you following it?
yeah.
All right. When you draw it, just draw it a little bit neater. All right. DEF is on the right. Find the measure angle E if A is 72. So this is 72 degrees and F is 80 degrees. Whereas F is 80 degrees. This is 80 degrees. Okay. So if they're congruent, then we know angle D is 72. This is 72 here.
Right.
Then this angle E is just the difference of 180 minus angle E is 180
Minus,
72 minus 80,
yeah.
whatever that is. What is that? 100 minus 72 is what, 28? 28 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, that one's pretty easy. 30. Find the value of X. Okay, for that one, how are we going to do that one?
For the next one,
Yeah, you got 29, right?
yeah, I got 28.
Yeah, okay. So let's do the next one. Oops. Okay, so we're on 30. Okay, so how do we solve 30?
Find the value of X. So both of these lines are parallel, right? Since they're checked.
That doesn't mean they're parallel. You'll see an arrow on the lines if they're parallel.
Oh,
When there's ticks on two lines, what does that mean?
they're equal to each other?
The lengths are equal to each other. Yep.
Yeah.
So that means that, see how this is an isosceles triangle, right?
Yeah.
So that means that this angle and this angle are the same. The two bottom angles are the same. So
Okay.
what's this angle right here
The value,
in terms of x?
and it'd be 4x, right?
4x minus 30, yep.
Okay.
So then 4x minus 30 plus the 4x has to equal what?
So 4x minus 30 plus 4x,
There you go. Equals what?
180.
There you go. Now just solve for x there.
Okay.
4x plus 4x is 8x. 8x equals 150. No, 210. 210. 210. And then 210 divided by 8 is the same as 2625. 2625 degrees. There you go.
Okay.
So let me check that. Let me check that. When you add the two of them together, you have to get 180. 4x plus 4x is 8x. 180 plus 30 is 210 divided by 8. Divided by 8. Yep. Okay, that's 30.
It's a decimal.
Yeah, 2625.
Okay.
210 divided by 8. 2625.
Okay. And that'll be x. Okay. So find the value of x and classify the triangle by angles and sides. Is the next one.
Okay. All right. Find the value of x. Okay, so when you add up all three, what do you get?
180.
Okay, 8x plus 8 plus 3x plus 10 plus 6x minus 1 is 180. Then see what you get for x there.
Okay. So find the value. So 8x plus 8 plus 3x
Plus 10.
plus 10
Yep.
plus 6x minus 1 equals 180.
Yep. So yeah, that's right. 8x plus 3x plus 6x. How much?
Okay.
11 plus 6 is 17x. 8 plus 10 minus 1. 8 plus 10 is 18. 18 minus 1 is 17.
Yeah.
So 17x plus 17 equals 180.
Yeah.
What do we have next? 17x equals 197. No, 180 minus 17.
163.
163. And then 163 divided by 17 is how much? 9.5 something?
9.5. Just 9.5 rounded.
9.6.
Oh yeah, 9.6.
Okay, so let's see here. Does that make sense? You classify the triangle by angles and sides. So if x is 9.6, take that 9.6 and substitute it into all three and see what you get.
Okay, so all the angles would be 3 times 3 times 9.6, 2.8. 3 times. So the bottom left would be 38.8.
Yeah, that makes sense. 9.6 times 3. Yeah, 38.8, right? Yep, 38.8 is the bottom left.
The top one would be
84.8.
yeah, 848.
And the bottom right would be 6 times 9.6 is that minus 1 is that 56.6.
Yeah.
Okay, since you have three different angles, what kind of triangle?
Acute.
Acute means they're all less than 90, right?
Yeah.
What's a scalene triangle?
I forgot which one that one is.
Scalene triangle is three different angles, three different sides. So this one is, I was thinking scalene, but what you said makes sense though. All angles will be less than 90. That's true. But I think they mean scale. Let me just Google what scaling, because I think scaling means all three sides are different. If all three angles are different, all three sides would be different. So let me just
Right.
Google scaling, the definition of a scaling triangle. Scalene triangle definition geometry. A scaling triangle can be defined as a triangle whose all three sides have different lengths and all three angles are of different measures. Yeah. Let me Google. You said acute triangle, right? Acute triangle definition geometry. Acute triangle is a type of triangle in which all three internal angles of the triangle are acute. That's true. Acute triangles are also called acute angle. Oh, well, it's really both. Put scalene, because you could technically have 60, 60, 60. That would be an acute triangle, but that's also also a equilateral triangle. Put scalene.
Okay. All right. Scaling.
Scalene means SCALENE. That means all
So
three.
the scaling is all the angles are different from each other.
Yes.
The acute is all angles are less than 90.
Yes.
And the isosceles is what?
Isosceles means two sides are the same, which means the two bottom angles are the same.
Okay. So the base.
top
The
angle is
base. Okay, and then the right angle is just it has to have a right angle.
190 degrees. One of the three is 90 degrees. Yep.
Okay. So the last
You have the
one.
answers. You have the answers for this.
Yeah.
Look on 31. Look up 31. See if he says scalene.
Yeah, it says acute. It's acute and scaling.
Okay. We're both right.
All right.
And were the other ones right? 20, or maybe we do this last.
And the fractions were correct as well.
Fractions, which fractions?
I mean decimals, sorry.
Oh, 9.6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. We're annotating.
Next one, find the value of x and y.
All right. Okay, find the values of x and y. Okay, so yeah, this was an example of, see the big triangle?
Yeah.
The big triangle is an isosceles triangle. That means that, see how this is 42 right here?
Yep.
What's this one going to be?
42 as well.
There you go. So 42 there too. All right, so if that's 42, that's 42. All right, how else can we do this? Okay. If that's 42, this is 42. How much is this whole thing here?
The whole triangle?
The whole this angle right here together. What I mean is this, like, look at the big triangle. If this is 42, this is 42. How much is this whole thing?
96 would be the last angle on the bottom.
80 minus 84. Yeah, so the whole thing is 96, right? This whole thing is 96, right?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna do find the sin.
So that's 96. So 96 plus 42 minus 180. So x would be 42, right?
X, how's x 42?
Because 96.
So now let's look at the triangle on the right. It looks like this, right? The triangle on the right looks like this. This is y, this is 42, and this is x. So tell me how we can find x here.
Would you divide 96 by 2?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 48, and then 48 plus 42
minus that from 180.
minus 180.
Yeah, exactly.
Would be 90.
So x will be
90.
180 minus 2 minus 46. And then y would equal half,
48.
half of 96, which is 48. 96 divided by 2,
Yeah.
which is 48. Yes. All right, look, check those two.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, there you go.
All right, last page.
Check the other ones. Did we check the early ones?
Yeah, those are right.
Okay. All right, that page is good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the last page though.
All right. You got geometry again in January, or is this it after the exam tomorrow?
I have geometry. Do actually? I think I do. Yeah.
It continues in January?
Yeah. Ready. Blah, blah, blah. Last one. Yeah. This one.
What additional information do you need to prove that that is congruent to that by SAS? Okay, so ABC, okay. Okay, so side angle side, right?
Yeah.
Side angle side. Okay, so what do we know here? We know that. Okay, so let's draw. Okay, so this side is equal to this side, right? Side angle side, and then you've got this side common to both. So this angle and this angle would be the same. So we know that the first thing, okay, so side angle side, right? So the sides we say what is that? AD is equal to DC. There's your side. The middle angle would be, what's this? ADB angle ADB equals angle CDB. CDB. And then the last S would be the common side, which is what? BD. BD equals BD. So do they have that? BD equals BD? What is this one? AB is congruent to CB. Angle ABD is congruent to CBD. CBD is perpendicular to AC. Yeah, that one right there. This one right here. Why that one? Why is it C?
Because the perpendicular triangle.
Not perpendicular triangles, but perpendicular lines.
Yeah.
So when if two lines are perpendicular, that means this is 90. These two are both 90. So then this side
Would be
that angle
side angle side.
Exactly. Yeah. So C. You just kind of use the diagram and use the properties of some of these triangles. What was that? 33. Was as you have the answer key? Is 33C? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're good on that one. Can you prove that is congruent to that? Yes or no? If yes, by what postulate theorem? Okay. Can you prove that triangle RSU, which is this one on the left, is congruent to TSU, which is this one on the right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so look what they give us. They give us that this one is equal to this one, and this one. Let me put an X. Let me use that X there. The one on the right is equal to the one on the left. So this angle equals this angle, and then that say Y is equal to the Y. Okay. which then this is common to both, right? This line is common to both.
right?
So we can say angle, which is this one, angle, this one is equal to this one. So there's your angle, then your side, angle, side, the common side, and then the y. So angle, side, angle, which
Yeah.
is this one right here. So yes. Angle S on the left, then the common side, and angle Y on the left is equal to the ones on the right.
So it would be like this, right? This is angle.
Yep. There's your side. No. No, it's like this. Let me do another color. Let me go in orange. It'll be this angle, this side. There's your side, and then
Yeah.
this angle.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Next question.
35. Given DF bisects EDG. DF bisects EDG. EDG. So that means that this angle and this angle are the same if it bisects it. DF bisects angle EDG and EFG. So that this angle is equal to this angle by definition. Okay, so statement, prove that E is congruent to, prove that this is congruent to this. Okay. So first thing, what are we gonna write?
Given.
Okay, so then the reason will be given. What's the first statement though? First statement is this right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it would be the definition of bisector.
Yeah, yep. DF bisects blah, blah, blah. Whatever, what exactly what's written here, right?
Yeah.
That's the first line. Second line, that's the first line. Second line is, then we know that by, yeah, now it's by the definition. This one will be definition of bisector, definition of bisector.
Yeah.
But the statement would be, angle E, that means EDF, angle EDF is equal to angle GDF.
Yeah.
GDF by definition of bisector. So
Yeah.
then 3 would be the same thing on the other side. Angle EFD, angle EFD equals angle
GFD.
GFD equals angle GFD by the same reason.
And then number 3 would be, no, number 4 would be DF is congruent to DF and then reflexive property.
Say it again.
Number 4 would be DF is congruent to DF and reflexive property.
Okay. Yeah, it's a common line. Yep, exactly. DF is equals DF, reflexive, or
Yeah.
common line, reflexive. And then so 5 would be
5 would just
they're
be,
congruent by what?
huh?
So they're congruent, that means that triangle DEF is congruent to triangle DGF by what theorem? SAS, AAS, or what?
Oh, ASA.
Yeah, exactly. ASA, and then number 6 would be therefore E equals to G because they're congruent.
Yeah.
So those are the 6 steps. I didn't write 6, but 6 is just this right here. And the
Yeah.
reason would be because of triangles are congruent. Okay. The idea is to prove that triangles are congruent and then match up the letters.
Okay.
Is that what he wrote? Is that the same proof he had?
He just writes CPCTC.
CPCT. What does that mean?
I don't know.
All right, but that's how you do it.
Yeah. Last one.
Given n is midpoint of MQ, okay, so that means that if it's the midpoint, that this right here, this tick equals this. Those lengths are equal. N is the midpoint of MQ, and LM, where's LM? Oh no, angle M. So angle right here, this equals this. Prove that MR is congruent to QP. Okay, so now, okay, so we've got an angle here, we've got a side here. What do you notice about this angle right here? This and this.
That they'll be equal to each other.
Exactly.
Vertical angles.
So what theorem?
Vertical angles theorem.
Yep. And then what congruency theorem?
Alternate interior angles.
Yeah, or opposite. I mean, like, which one of the three or four? ASA.
Oh,
Angle side angle.
SAS.
Say it again. Which one?
It would be ASA.
ASA. Angle. That one's given. Side. That's common. And then angle. The interior angle is opposite. So those are equal.
So this would be the angle. Side angle.
No. This angle right here. This is the first angle right here. See where I'm going? That is equal to
Yeah.
that. That's given.
So A, and where would S be here?
S would be right this side and this side are right here where the ticks are.
Okay.
So it's like this angle, this side and this side are and the interior angles would be the same. So ASA. So what you'll write is like this. Let me write it out. Okay, so number one would be
given.
I'm gonna just write it on this number 35. Okay, number one is it's given that well, this is given. All right, let me just write it down here. Given this is angle M.
MN and NQ definition of midpoint.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the next one. That'll be the side. That'll be the side.
Yeah.
So this one is your angle. Now you're gonna write what you wrote. You're gonna say MN, that line segment is equal to line segment QN by definition of midpoint. Midpoint definition. MN equals MN equals QN, midpoint definitions. That's two. So you got one, you got two, and then three, you're going to say angle MNR. Angle MNR is
congruent to QNP.
QNP, yes. QNP by what's the reason?
Vertical angles theorem.
Yeah, or we say opposite angles, but you guys say
Vertical.
yeah, vertical angle theorem, vertical angle theorem. That's number three. Then number four, what's number four? I'm gonna write number four up here. What's number four?
Number four would be the triangle ASA.
So we got, okay, yeah, so now the triangles are congruent, right? So
Yeah.
triangle MNR is congruent to what? Triangle what?
congruent to QNP.
There you go. Q and P by what? ASA.
Yeah.
And then number 5 is therefore MR is equal to QP by what? Because the triangles are congruent
Yeah.
triangles.
And then what he puts is just the CPTC stuff.
CPT. So you said CP.
CPCT as in Tom and then C.
CPCTC.
Yeah.
No, what the hell that means?
I don't know. I'm gonna type it up real quick. CPCTC. Oh, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent.
Okay. That just means two triangles that are congruent.
Yeah.
The sides match up and the angles match up. And the
Yeah.
lengths match up.
Yeah. It's fancy.
Yeah, that's all that means.
Okay. So that was the whole review for it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just had to do some online work for him, and then that's it. And then we're done for now, though.
Well, how much is the exam worth?
It's a midterm.
Or how much is the midterm worth?
I think they just combine it with your quarter grades to make your semester grade.